I just got my hair done and the tails are giving and I am receiving. Just missed condos so much. Like I love the cars. I love the cars. I love the cars. So this is me just still at the salon. I also did my cause I only want you, yeah. Cause I only want you, yeah. Cause I only want you, baby, yeah. I only want you, yeah, 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 yeah. Only want you. Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Betha and you're watching Betha Fau, and in today's video, as per the title of the video, you can see we are going to be talking about protective styles. So I have actually had these cornrows for around 2 weeks. It's 1 week and some days. Yeah, it's 1 week and some days. And I'm actually loving them because they look pretty neat, they look pretty nice, and it has been a while since I had cornrows. So yeah, and I realized a few things that people do have questions about cornrows and other protective styles. So today I'm just here to answer a few, not all, but some of the questions that will run into my mind. Those are the ones that I'm here to answer, and questions that I do have answers. So let's get started. So first things first, this is a protective style. Why do we call it a protective style? Because it actually lasts for around 3 weeks to a month after you get them done. And as you can see, I did get my cornrows done at the salon. If you have been following me for a while, you have seen those videos of which I was at the salon or I visited the salon. So yeah, I got my cornrows done at the salon and they were pretty neat. Like, I'm not saying they are undone, but they looked pretty more pretty than they are now, because actually right now it is 1 week since I had them. So the next thing that question that I think people do ask is, how many pieces of extensions do you need? So these are actually 2 pieces of braids, the normal braids. Like at Kenya they go at 70 to 80 shillings. So these are, what are they called, pieces of braids. And I actually did use 2 packets, so 80 times 2, that was almost 160. That was 160. So my hair was done actually using 2 braids. I thought it would go to 3. Some people want longer tails. Do you call them tails? Ponytail. So that will cost you more pieces of braids. So if you want them longer, like mine are currently reaching my bra strap length. If you want them longer, maybe butt length, you'll have to add more pieces of braiding hair. So after the cost of 160 shillings that I used to buy my braids, I actually did pay my salonist 450 shillings. So this hairstyle actually did cost me 450 shillings. And as you can see, it's going to last me a month. So that's just a decent amount of money that you can use to do your hair when you are going on for a budget and don't want to spend more on your hair. So the third question is, how long can this last? I think I've talked about that. How long can this last? This can last you 3 weeks to a month. So it's not a long term protective style. It's just a long term protective style because 3 weeks is actually a long period of time. And what you're going to be doing, you're going to be moisturizing it using your oil and your butter. And apart from these two, you can also wash them if you feel like doing the most and you're sweating so much, you can also wash them. Then how do you take this down? I'll be doing a video on how to take your cornrows down, so stay tuned for that. But actually what you do, you just use a pick or a comb to go in between the rows and just remove them. So yeah, you're going to do that. You're just going to use a pick to just remove them. So it's not that difficult. And actually when you're picking a protective style, you need to choose a style that it can be easily taken down without so much manipulation of your hair, because your hair will be so much dry in those protective long-term protective styles, and make it you need to take good care of it, or you need to kuibembeleza. So when you're choosing a protective style, please make sure that you choose a style that is easy to take down. And like for the artificial locks, one thing I realized that taking them down is a big hassle. So I think that's one thing that needs to be fixed in that section of area. That's why I think fur locks will be a good idea other than artificial locks. Artificial locks tend to stick to your hair as time goes by. So the longer you stay with artificial locks, the more problems you're going to be taking them down. That also goes to other protective hairstyles, because they tend to coil and get themselves attached to your natural hair. So just try to look on that. Another thing you need to look at is the cost of your protective style. So I like, if I will spend so much on my hair, I love it to be less than 1,000 Kenyan shillings, because I also need products. I also need washing and clearing shampoos. I need conditioner. So I try to minimize my cost to 1,000 Kenyan shillings, and that is attainable because, as I said, this was 450 shillings plus 160, which brings us to a total of around 760 shillings. So 700, which brings us to a total of 150 plus, yeah, around 760 shillings. So if you pick a protective style, pick something that you can actually use on a low budget, because you're actually going to take them down after a few period of time. Don't go for things that are so expensive, and things that the maintenance cost is so expensive. Like the wigs are so expensive. The maintenance cost is also so expensive. So when you are picking a protective style, make sure you look on that. So I have around, I think 13. I think 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22. I have at least 22 cornrows on my head. And I think the installation and takedown process is going to be actually easier, and I'll use less time, because time is also a factor. I don't want to sit down spending like a whole day doing my hair. I want a style that I can undo it by myself, at the comfort of my home. So that's what I'm actually going to be looking at and going to be looking for. Apart from that, what other question am I leaving? Mm. So cornrows have been in the world for such a long time, and historically, it seems like it was among the best protective style used by our ancestors. So it's not a new protective style, and you can actually do cornrows with your own hair, or you can actually do them using piece extensions or hair extensions. So I think that's it for this video. I hope you like it. I hope you love it. If you have more comments, if you have more questions, leave them in the comment section below. Make sure that you actually like, share, and comment on this video. Until next time, see you people. Bye.